Hello, everyone. All right, we are having some people joining in. As you join in, please write in the chat, where are you joining in from? Which country, which city? I want to know where are you logging in from. I'm Joanna Molina. I'm currently logging in from London. It's a lovely summer day. Well, now afternoon, but it's such a good weather here, which is not usual. Where are you guys logging in from? Let me read you. Plymouth in England, Hannah, lovely. Ireland, Medellin, Edimar, welcome. That's where I'm from. So lovely to have you joining us today. From the Netherlands, Argentina, Kent in England is so lovely. Kent, the Garden of England. I was there last weekend. It's beautiful. All right. Japan, Joy, welcome. It's quite late for you, isn't it?
Wow.
From San Sebastian in Spain is on my to visit list, very high up. I've been to Spain, but not to San Sebastian.
Yeah.
Working remote from Argentina. Wonderful. Well, we have a very global audience here today. And perfect. So lovely to have you here. Let's kick it off. Hi, everyone, wherever you might in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Joanna Molina. I'm the co-founder and head of impact at the Intent Group. And if you're wondering what is our mission is to help people realize your potential through immersive international internship experiences. So whether you are remote, as we see you from Patricia from San Sebastian in Argentina, or in person or hybrid, we have the right program for you. So I am going to invite you to explore our diverse range of internship programs on our website. My colleague Manami is going to put the details on the chat. And then if you are ready to embark on a transformational journey, submit the application and you can chat with our admissions consultants. Perfect. So if you have joined this event today, it means that you have an eagerness to learn and also a hunger for knowledge. I also want to give a very quick shout out to our new open learning platform with an entire library of courses based on real experiences for your professional development. It is completely free, so I encourage you to take advantage of it. That is the link that you can use as well to take a look at our free learning platform. All right, so it's a pleasure to see all the talented and ambitious and driven people here gathered today, because that's exactly what our event is today about. The theme today is empowerment, and we want you to leave the event today with a mindset that actually encourages us all to seize our destinies and also make courageous choices. I'm very, very excited to introduce our amazing panelists today who will be sharing their experiences with us. Firstly, we have Ilana Grabowski. I had to practice your last name, but it's on point. You're the founder and head coach of My English Coach Academy.
Yeah, and My EC, you can abbreviate it because we also do Spanish.
Perfect. All right. And then Kayla Ilueka, a career coach and content creator on Instagram and founder of The Role Match. Ilana, please tell us more about yourself. Introduce yourself, please.
Hi, thank you so much, first of all, Joanna, for that great introduction, and for everyone for showing up today. I'm so excited to tell you about me and about girl bossing. It's very interesting. Kayla, Joanna, you know what it's like. And okay, so about me, I am originally from New York. I'm an expat living in Santiago de Chile for the last 10 years of my life, approximately. And I am a neuro-language coach and also I have my master's in teaching, and as the head coach and founder of My EC Academy, a 2-year-old startup. We are based in Chile, but we take over the world with English coaching and Spanish coaching for businesses and for individuals to empower leaders. So this is your spot if you're here today. We empower leaders, CFOs, CEOs, etc. So that's a little bit about me. And I run a team of 15 coaches from all over the world that obviously teach English and Spanish to these leaders, and fabulous people as well, such as Edimar, who is here today. She does a lot of our outreach programs, our email outreach programs, as well as our social media marketing. So I'm blessed, and I'm blessed to be amongst all of you today. Let's go, girl bosses and men bosses. Let's go.
Let's do it. I love the high energy. This is super high energy. Kayla, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. Hi. Hi to everyone. Well, I'm Kayla. I'm from Colombia. I was born in Barranquilla, proudly Barranquillera, from the coast of Colombia. I am 25 years old, and I consider myself like a nature, music, and travel lover. So in a professional way, to talk a little about this one, I am an industrial engineer. I have experience in the tech industry, in the product side, and I am also an entrepreneur. As you can see here, my name, Kelly Yueca Roll Match. Roll Match is my business. We are dedicated to boost the professional profile of young university students who wants to join to the tech industry. So this is what I love. I have always been fascinated by everything that involves personal and professional development. So these types of workshops, I think, reinforce my passion for this. So I am very happy to be here.
Fantastic. And I love the two sides to it, your technology kind of background and also Ilana's like background on C-level and leadership. Perfect.
Yes.
So let's kick this off with the first question, which forms the background of this entire event. But if you have any questions through the course of this event, please feel free to put them in the chat. You can also ask anonymously through the slide that we are going to share right now. All right. So what is girl boss? That term actually is defined as a confident, ambitious, successful woman who takes charge of her own life, her career, her endeavors. And the term also conveys the idea of a woman who is independent, who is empowered, is assertive in pursuing her goals and aspirations. What does being a girl boss means to you? Let's start with Ilana.
Great question. I don't like to prepare these things because I'm an off-the-cuff New York performer now. That's true, actually. A girl boss to me is, I don't like this term to say girl boss because I feel like bosses are bosses. But I think that we do have to acknowledge that, especially in Latin America or in other areas of the world where I live, there are some limits or machismo or sexism that you face as a girl boss. So therefore, the term is legitimate. I think it's just a matter of knowing who you are, knowing what you have to give to this world, and starting with that process and being a leader, leading people into who they are and what their strengths are, and just being authentic. Like, just do it and knowing your vision and going after it. That's a girl boss to me. And being able to speak up when male or female have something to say about it, knowing your center. That's a girl boss to me.
What about you, Kayla?
Well, I totally agree with what Lena said. But I have like my own opinion on that, because maybe when you heard the term girl bossing, you are thinking about economic growth or professional growth. And for me, it's something different. a boss girl is someone who has achieved important things in her life, but based on their own perception of success. Yes. So a girl boss is someone that doesn't care about what others say about the concept of success. And also I see a girl boss like a role model for self-love and mental health. That is something really important. So it's someone who knows herself so well and is able to connect with herself and with the environment. So yeah, she doesn't like to fit into stereotypes and has shaped like a path for herself in which she considers is the happiness. So that's my own concept of that.
I love that concept. I love both of your concepts, and it is definitely not only just about individual empowerment, as you refer to, it's also about elevating every woman around us. So let's move on into tangible examples. Let's share personal experiences. So can you please share a personal experience where you had to assert yourself as a young woman in a professional setting, Ilana?
Where I've had to accept myself in a professional setting, I would say just starting a business is a big endeavor as it is. I'm a teacher, I'm a trained teacher. I have my master's in teaching, grades 7 through 12 English from New York. So I never thought of myself as a boss. But I was always a natural leader. I mean, I restarted on my college campus, a literary magazine. And I said, why doesn't my college campus have a literary magazine? This is ridiculous. I went to a Catholic college in the suburbs of New York, and they banned this literary magazine because, being a Catholic college, sexual poems or imagery or references to religion, they banned it, and I restarted it because I said, as an English major, no way, this has to come back. We need to express ourselves, create our creativity. So I think knowing those seeds before, that I was able to build something up again from the ground, when in times of doubt later on, after graduating with my master's in teaching, I was like, I'm an independent freelance teacher, but I miss team. I miss my team again. Can I do this? And going against certain challenges and my own limiting beliefs. Can a teacher make money? Can a teacher be a boss of other teachers or non-teachers? That was, for me, living the concept of girl bossing professional challenges. It's all up here. It's all mindset.
I totally relate with what you just said. I recently posted something where I say, I don't work, I live my purpose, and I deeply feel that way. And I hope everyone can get to that stage of feeling that way. Kayla, what about you? Share a personal story.
Yes. Well, I'm going to say one in the tech industry, because it's not a secret that the technology industry, the trend is more marked, and you can see how the industry is full of men. So it's like a competition in the tech industry. So in my case, it was easy because I am a twin, and my twin is a man. So I'm used to live with men around me, but I have found some difficult part in in this kind of things to be heard. Like, believe me, I know I look younger and I know that it's worse if I am a woman, but hey, I have something to say. I have been a leader before, and even I have had some cases in which a man approached to me, and the first thing that he asked was, "Hey, are you the intern?" And I was like, "No, I'm actually the leader." So it has been like I used to these kind of things, but it's something disgusting because I have to show my knowledge so they can trust me. So yeah, it has been so difficult, but I will figure it out.
Amazing. We are actually going to move on to those challenges. I think in the tech industry, definitely. I mean, women in tech are called unicorns for a reason. And what you just said around people having misconceptions or making assumptions, I have lived myself as well, where people maybe think that I'm less experienced because, I don't know, my age or gender. Or one thing that I was just thinking is that in the girl bossing topic, I wasn't always the leader that I am right now. I must admit. So I was always at the beginning trying to be someone that I thought I had to be, right? I had to be maybe more masculine in a sense of, or more strict, or not even putting myself as the person that I am, right? So that was actually through my career very important when I realized this and decided to embrace my authentic self and bring my leadership style also with the loving and other things and qualities that I have that can be part of the leader that I am, the true leader that I am. So let's move on to these challenges. Let's start with you, Kayla, because you were starting into, so let's dive deeper into that.
Yeah.
About your challenges.
So the biggest challenge for me has been the fact that I have compared myself to others. In most cases, men. So it has come to instances of even making me sick by invalidating my growth process. So in these cases, I have been like through all this process like 6 months or more, and I found a way to not get demotivated and get inspired by others. So I had to do some exercises, like the typical one, like, hey, celebrate what you are doing and see the past. Go and see the past, go and see your achievements, and like give you love, and recognize that you has been in a process that is different to everyone's process. So that was my biggest challenge, and I'm proud to say that I could do it.
I'm proud of you as well. Yes, we want everyone to leave this call at least saying, I'll try and I can do it.
Exactly.
What about you, Ilana? Some of your challenges as a woman in your professional career?
Great question. Well, first off, like, unlike Kayla, I do have an advantage in my industry that's important to recognize. Number one, I'm a teacher by profession and a coach, which is my second profession. And females are regarded as masters in this. However, in the business world, most of the academies that I know are owned by men that are not teachers. So I know that my challenges have been, I deal with both companies. Now, since October, we've been going really heavy on companies. We've changed our business strategy, and we also deal with CEOs, CFOs, CTOs, blah, 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 like all the leaders in companies, as well as people who are mid-management who want to improve as individuals. They pay for their courses themselves. So for me in business, the biggest challenge I've had as a woman is dealing with men or women who can work against you in both ways. With men, sometimes I find, because we deal currently in Chile, we sell our courses to mostly international companies who have branches in LATAM, in Latin America, mostly Chile. We've gotten into Mexico in the last 3 months, which is fabulous. Yay, Mexico. We're going into other countries, Colombia, for example. There's a lot of opportunities. And we also have students in the US. We have students in Canada. We have students in Europe, Spain, for example. Patricia, I saw you before, living from Spain. All over the world. The world is our campus. However, with men, I find that sometimes in meetings they can mansplain you, but I feel that they're pretty respectful to me because they see me as an expert. I am the expert. They're coming to me for help. And I dress up. I dress professionally. I'm older than all of yous, but that's very like New Yorker. I'm older than all of you here, probably. Well, not all of you, but most of you. Joanna, we're probably, Kayla, maybe we're similar age. I'm in my late 30s. I'm almost 40. So it's a little different. I don't have to deal with that before, what I used to deal with. With women, I have an opposite effect. I speak to HR managers who I have power plays with. So I have to be aware of those types of emotions or power struggles in business. And I think it's important for us as women to, like Kayla said, love ourselves, know who we are, know our dons, know your strengths, build your strengths. Do not build your weaknesses. You can move them a little bit. But even taking all these HR evaluations that I've done on me and my team, I tell them, work on your strengths. And I say the same thing to women who are paranoid, or not paranoid, but who are going up against a patriarchal society. Be aware of those things, but don't be overly paranoid about it. Just do you, be firm in that, assert yourself, and the rest will fall into place. I know that sounds very flowery. I'm a flowery person. Sorry, I'm an English major, but go ahead.
No, but now that we are talking about areas for improvement, one that comes up a lot for women generally is, how do we set boundaries? And so let's talk about that. How do you two set healthy boundaries for pursuing professional goals?
Kayla, do you want to take the floor?
Okay.
Or we can co-create together.
Yes. Well, in my case, I like to see the boundaries, but reflected on myself. So, for example, the first one is the top one for me is don't take anything personally. Like you don't have the control, you don't have the power to control people. So don't take the comments personally. So yeah, like whatever they say about you says more about them than about you. So that's my top one. I don't know if you want to share another boundary.
Kayla, I love you. We got to talk. Like this is our first meeting, and I feel the love. Like I feel the connection. Yeah, I think boundaries. You need to. I come from a family that and I think many of you can relate to this. I don't come from a family that was good at setting boundaries. We had no boundaries. So I think being aware of your own personal boundaries before you even think about a relationship, any relationship, whether it's a friend relationship, a partner in your life, a business relationship, knowing your personal boundaries, I think that's key. Is like, for example, I need love like this. If someone gets too close to me physically, I feel threatened. Like little things that you'll realize in the day-to-day studying yourself. And I'm a big fan of journaling these things. Like, I don't know, like I hate it when, for example, I still have that personal space issue. In Chile, living as an expat, living in South America, everyone, Chile is not in Africa, please. It just get your geography right. It's in South America. When people come here, we have cultural boundaries. Sorry, I froze and my face looks funny. We have these personal boundaries where people will come close to you. I know that when you be aware in your body, when am I feeling discomfort in my stomach? When do I feel those knots, whether it's in a conversation, physically, emotionally, mentally? And then you can start talking about boundaries in the professional atmosphere. So that's my tip for everyone here. Lots of meditation and therapy.
Fantastic. Any other boundary you want to share, Kayla?
Oh, yes. In my business, I use social networks like LinkedIn, in which you have you have here the possibility to compare to others. So if you need, it's necessary to block the social network or delete the app, just do it. Just do it, because I know it could be so disappointing, like to see people who is in a better position, but yeah, if you need the space, if you need like stay away of this, just do it.
That's so good.
Absolutely. And setting boundaries is not easy. Setting boundaries requires that self-confidence. With a coach, I remember discussing this. And one of the things is to have very clear as well your priorities. So in my case, I'm a business leader. I'm also a mother of a 4-year-old. I'm a friend. I'm a partner. So how do you balance all of that? And one of the ideas that he gave me is, okay, go and take a look at your calendar and see how are you spending your time. Obviously, most of our time is spent at work, but it's just important as well to set the boundaries into what is the space that is for my family, for my friends, for myself, which is very hard, especially take time for oneself. We're going to start moving on to the questions that we have from the audience. I'm loving the questions that I have here. So let me just go up and start in order. Aliria says, what skills and tips will you give young women going into a patriarchal society? And how do we affirm ourselves? Ilana, you want to start?
Sure. I like this question, and I really like what Martine, I want to thank you for coming here. I want to thank you for the comment that you just left in the chat as well, because I think in order for us as women to advance, I keep stressing this, but you are in a society with many other people who have more disadvantages than you, than just being a woman. So I think we have to appreciate our identities or multiple identities, and we have to recognize what we can use to our advantage. And I think that opening up this conversation to say, why do you feel that way is more of a more powerful question than saying, what can we do to, like, I want to know your intention. I feel like getting you on camera and being like coaching you live, because being in a patriarchal society for me, I am a leader first. I'm not a woman. I happen to be a woman leader. I happen to be a pizza bagel, which is a Jewish Italian American with different roots. And, I have different layers of my identity that come into place living in South America as an expat. But the patriarchal society, if I get so caught up in that, yes, I acknowledge the limits, but I don't focus on that because I know where I'm going in this life. And that, to me, no one can stop me. That's me. I'm an idealist. Sorry. But I want to feel free, Aliria, to unmute yourself and tell me, why are you concerned about this, or have you had experiences?
No, I think it was just a general question. Because both Elena and Kayla, I think that's how you say. Sorry if I mispronounced it. You both talked about experiencing in the workforce and in general living, I guess, gender inequality or stuff like that. So I was just wondering, like, what were tips and ways that could help someone, especially considering the fact that not only are we women, but like usually women that are like also women. I'm also Black, so Black woman, and young. It comes at like a really, really not a disadvantage, but it's hard in the workforce, especially because you're already young and they just looking young is already kind of a disadvantage. So how do I maneuver around that? How do I go into the workforce without them questioning my ability due to my age?
Great question. That's why I wanted to get deeper here. This is the coach in me, Aliria. Thank you for sharing that. So for me, when I hear your answer, I say, number one, I want all of you to do this exercise at home. What are your strengths? Write it in a journal. Even if you say, I don't know, ask the people around you. Ask your mother, ask your father, ask whoever, your friends. They will know the first glance. I did this exercise in 2017 when I was going through a lot of issues. And knowing your strengths and having other people also weigh in on that, that is number one, knowing your core, what you bring in your personality, your professional set of skills, whatever it is. Like, I don't know, you're a good dresser, you know about technology, you read a lot, whatever little thing it is, write it on paper. And you have to like feel it in your heart, because it needs to go from the head to the heart, which is a journey. Trust me, we're still on it, all of us girl bosses, to love ourselves. But number one, you need to know that before going into a job in the workplace. Know your worth, number one. Number two, and look in that mirror every day and be like, I dress fine. I've got my beautiful style. I've got my beautiful earrings. Whatever it is, in go deeper. I have a light in me that to share with this world, whatever it is. Like, I'm really smart. I read a lot and whatever. Okay, that's more action-based. But who are you? Number two, I would say dress up. Number two, read up, research, knowledge is power. Research the company you're working for. Tell them what they want to hear. Tell them the challenges that they're facing. Ask questions. Those are the people, good listeners are the best people out there that people want on their team. It doesn't matter. And they're going to, of course, they might have that first like, ooh, she's, for example, in my case, she's a gringa. In my case, like thinking reverse stuff. She's a gringa, which is a nice term here in Chile, by the way, for an American or foreigner. She's a gringa. She's Jewish. Like they have like a loaded thing because I'm Jewish. Oh, she's cheap. She's this, she's that. They're going to base you based on your knowledge, how you present yourself, how you speak, and who you are. Know who you are. That's my advice.
I would like to follow up because in this society, we feel hate about it. And we have to be aware that, for example, our parents, they use the tools that they had in the moment. So the first thing is let it go. Let it go, because they use the tools they have in the moment. And also the second one is what Elena said. Know who you are. And also, if someone didn't give you the opportunity, then you have to be the opportunity. So for example, in my business, I help and I support young universities to show to the world what they do, what they have knowledge about his career. So just open the door for yourself. Don't wait to someone to say, yes, you are. No, just tell yourself, yes, I am, and I can be the best, and I am happy with what I'm doing.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing. I think this actually has hit some of other questions that we had, more or less around how do you overcome imposter feelings? How do you tips for those days when you can't really believe in yourself? As we are coming to an end, there is a very interesting question I want to ask you, and it's about the future of work, which is the present of work, right? This future of work might involve also jobs that don't even exist. So how do we prepare ourselves, especially as girl bosses, for a career in an ever-evolving landscape? Kayla.
Okay. No, I have a lot of hope about it, because there are a lot of women doing great things. So yeah, I think there will be many women doing great things in the future. I know that there will be great leaders in the tech industry, in my case, because right now there are great co-founders, there are great founders that are raising a lot of money out there. So yeah, I think the future is hopeful.
Fantastic. What about you, Ilana?
Sure, Joanna. The future of work is very related to, it's funny, to my industry as well. Of course, Kayla's in tech. It's directly linked. And we have to talk later about that and how it will affect and how it is affecting the language and coaching industries. I think, number one, it's important to understand the future of work. It's easy to say don't be scared, because there's a lot of hype out there that we'll lose jobs due to technology. I think that there's just going to be a shift in the types of jobs that are out there, and that, of course, we're going to have technology, not this exactly, but technology out there that's going to help us get more knowledge. And as we have access to 24-hour encyclopedias with this thing and other technology that's out there, like AI, like blockchain, etc., I think it's just important to know that the human touch is super key. And if you're one of these women listening today, or men listening today, know that, what can I do with my people skills? What do I have, again, strength-wise, in my people and relationship skills that can collaborate or complement the use of technology? Because that's where the future of work is, bringing the human element to tech.
Absolutely. And as we close this event, I'm going to close with one question that I always love to ask people whenever I'm interviewing. And is, what advice will you give to your younger self, Ilana?
Oh, I love this question. I could speak about it all day long. By the way, any women or men here today who have asked a question, Martine, I want you to send me a message. Whoever else that's asked questions about like, how do you believe in yourself? Message me directly. I want to answer your questions. I really want to make sure one of my main goals is helping you as a like my younger selves in this world, female or male, to believe in yourself. So what would I tell my younger self? Oof, girl, you are blessed. You listen to what your mama said, that it's you're blessed. You are beautiful. You are safe. You are loved. And I repeat this to myself often on those days I don't believe in myself. You are beautiful inside and out. You are safe. You are blessed. You are loved. It's actually from it's a Tibetan hymn, very spiritual. So that's the biggest thing. And this is very cheesy. Believe in yourself. Once you get to enjoy the journey. Don't be so hard on yourself. I'm a perfectionist, recovering perfectionist, which I'll always be. So yeah, if you're one of them, write to me. That's my journey in life, and I go through it with leaders who are perfectionists in their language. That's my last tidbit. Kayla.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I was about to say trust the process. But I also like something you said, and is to be grateful, because when we are younger, we we are just complaining about our life, and we think in this stage of life that everything that happens to me is the worst thing in the world. And no, just trust the process, be grateful about it, and just do it, like just keeping going, and you will have the tools, you will find the tools to do it.
This is super inspirational. I agree that gratitude is the door to abundance. I will only add from my side that discover yourself, because it is a journey. So the more that I get to know myself, the more I can accept myself, the more I can display my true self, and it's a fun journey. So as we are reaching the end of today's event, we have just shared also the information about you, how to connect with Kayla, how to connect with Ilana. I think we can all agree that this has been a very inspiring conversation. Thank you very much for your remarkable conversation insights. Our speakers are very, very inspirational. I can see the comments here congratulating you and thanking you. I also want to highlight what we read here. This is not only a conversation between women. This is a conversation between humans. And so I love to see in this sort of events also more men, more representation in the future. Just as a closing comment, Elana, Kayla, would you like to let everyone know where can they connect with you? Ilana.
LinkedIn for me. Or actually, yeah, I think the best thing, Edimar, yeah, LinkedIn is fine. Or also, whatever you guys prefer. I mean, I'm here, I feel like I'm here to serve. So, especially having been a person, and Kayla, I'm sure you mentioned this too, having been a person going through the process of self-care, mental health journeys, and self-love, self-care, feel free to reach out. You're not alone in this world, and we got you.
Thank you, Lana. Kayla.
Yes, you can find me on LinkedIn and also on Instagram with the user Kayla.Iueca or rollmatch.ai. So if you want also learn some Spanish, then follow me. And you can find me there. And yeah, ask for some advice if you need it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you guys can learn Spanish with my EC and then go to Kayla's program. I mean, her
Practice.
and practice with her reading and listening, etc.
And then do an internship with us in one of our destinations in Spanish.
Exactly.
So thank you once again, everyone. If you can take please 2 minutes to leave us feedback on the event, that would be great. The link survey will be in the chat soon. Lovely to have you from everywhere that you are in the world right now. And I look forward to seeing you in a future event very soon. Thank you very much.